welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley, and in this video I am bringing you along with me as I make some of my bridesmaids bouquets. I have 5 bridesmaids and I've already made 3 of their bouquets, and I absolutely love the way that they're turning out, and so I wanted to bring you along with me to make the remaining 2, and I'm really excited, so let's go ahead and get into it. For supplies, you are going to need a ribbon of your choice in whatever color scheme you want, some zip ties or duct tape, floral tape, floral wire. I am actually out of floral wire, so I'm just using this jewelry artistic wire that I've had for a while. It is gold, preferably green would be your best choice, but luckily I am not needing a lot of this, so it's fine. Scissors, and then some sharp wire cutters. And then, of course, your flowers. For my flowers, I purchased mine at mostly Michael's. I actually purchased pre-made bouquets because I like the way that the stems look. They're a lot prettier than the bouquets that come together like this, for example. And then they're also already separated. But some of these are from Hobby Lobby, some are from Michael's. You can get some on Amazon, A-Floral. There's like a million different places. If you're on a budget, my biggest tip is to go cheap for the greenery and more expensive or nice looking for your bigger flowers. I do have a couple bouquets that I've made in the past with mostly Dollar Tree florals, and you definitely can't tell because I also mixed in 1 or 2 more expensive flowers. And then my other tip is to watch for sales. I actually got all of my flowers 75% off at the end of last spring. Now that we have our supplies gathered, let's go ahead and start setting up our bouquets. So the first step is to pick your focal point and your favorite flower and maybe build it from there. So for me, I actually, for this bouquet, really like this one. Now, these were roses that I got from Hobby Lobby that just came in a stem like attached. And to save some time in this video, I have already pre-cut them from the bunch. So what you're gonna do is just take your stem and twist it like this, and boom, it comes right off. So I've already done that with all of the stems that didn't come in pre-made bouquets. And then for the pre-made bouquets, I obviously separated the flowers and then have them kind of sectioned off based on the type of flower that they are, just so that it's easier for me to process what I'm doing. So my favorite right now is this one. And what I have done is taken this and then 1 stem of this like pinky blush eucalyptus, put it together, wrap some floral tape around it. That's it. So I've already done that, and this is what I want to start with for this bouquet. I only have 2 blue flowers left, so obviously I have to split them between the last 2 bouquets. So I think I'm going to use the hydrangeas for this bouquet, and then this flower, which I'm not sure what this is, but I'm going to use this one in my next bouquet. And when you're building a bouquet, my biggest tip is to keep in mind the front of the bouquet and then fill in everything afterwards. So I think that would be pretty for like the front. And so now I'm going to take one of these creamy pink peonies and applying that right here. And I think that is pretty. So now I'm going to take, we'll take this more peachy peony. Okay, I like it right there. And see, it's really easy. You literally just hold it in one hand and start building off of your main focal piece. So that is what the front is starting to look like. And I don't want these bouquets to be too big because they are for my bridesmaids. And so now I think that is a good base for now. So now I'm going to take my filler pieces, and those are my greenery, and I really like this one. And if you'll notice, we have greenery sticking out this way here. So if I were to add this greenery here, what happens? It's completely lopsided and it's leaning more towards this way. So when you're building your bouquet, you want to keep in mind that this is a 3D object and that you are working in planes and you want to keep it symmetrical. So what you do to one corner, you want to do to the other. What you do to one side, you want to do to the other. Definitely just want to keep it balanced in all of these directions, and by doing that, it will be beautiful at the end of it. But if you don't pay attention to that, then you're gonna get a wonky, lopsided, funky looking bouquet, and that is not what you want. See, it's already starting to look more balanced, but this one juts out this way and this one doesn't, so I need to do something that kind of goes out like this. And keep in mind too, these are two completely different greeneries, but because they are similar in style and then height, it creates the balance. I don't have to keep this one on this side. I am going for that wild boho look. If you're going for a perfectly round bouquet, which isn't really my style, then you will want to do stuff that isn't maybe as varied in texture, and you'll want to stick to more rounded florals like these, and then just don't add greenery in. But I like the little wonky vibe that we have going on here. I need to add something that goes out here, so I'm thinking I have two spray roses that have these little greeneries attached. So we'll grab one of those and apply her here. Actually, I don't like that. I think I want that one in the middle here. Oh yeah, see, I like that. We'll do this side. Yes, so see how balanced that is? We have, sorry, I can't like twist my hand. We have boom, 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 and then it's round, but it's looking very flat in the back and like steep in the front, which doesn't really matter because you're holding it, you know, against your chest. But if you really want it to look very nice and professional, then you should do flowers all the way around. And so now I am going to start building the back side. And for that, I'm going to take one more of these and just prop it right here. We'll take one more cream peony. That here. You also want to make sure you have like a good grip on everything, because the last thing you want is for all of this to come apart. Okay, so as you can see, this is the back. There needs to be a flower here, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. It is very rounded all the way around, aside from it's missing that flower on the back. And then if you look at the top, we have some texture variation. I like the placement of the colors, even though these two right here are very similar. I think it's okay because we do have so many wild greeneries in here. We'll take her and maybe put that one back here, just because these are from the Dollar Tree, I think. Oh no, Michael's. But they don't look that nice, to be honest. So I'm using these as filler in spots where they're not very visible, but that have holes. And so see, that just made it look a lot more round and even. Now it is still, if you look at the sides, it does still have that slope, but I don't really mind it on this bouquet. I think this is actually looking very pretty, and it's about the size that I made the other ones, and so I don't want to add too many more things, but all of the bouquets have this stem, at least one of them, and this. So that means I need to add these, and I've noticed that the front and the back don't have any greenery, so I'm gonna take this one kind of like right here in the back. But what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So on the front, I think I'm gonna take another one. Actually, no, I don't like that. We'll put it kind of to the front diagonal. So see, it's still balanced. And now the only spot that is missing something on this bouquet is right in this general region, which is perfect because I have this. So let's just add her right there. And bam, I think this looks beautiful. And I'm gripping this tight enough that I'm not dropping everything, but loose enough where I can kind of move anything around if I need it to be moved around. And so now that I am happy with the way that this looks, that's where my tape or zip tie comes in. So you can either use clear duct tape or green duct tape. Or in this case, I'm just going to use zip ties because this isn't a very big bouquet, so I don't think duct tape is necessary. And zip ties are just easier for me to work with. So you're going to just put your zip tie around here, around as high up to where the flowers are as possible without changing the integrity of what this looks like. See, like if I were to squeeze this super tight, there wouldn't be any gaps at all and it would look really smushed. But if I was also to not tighten it at all, then it would look too loose and you would be able to see the holes. That's what our front is looking like, and I think it's very pretty. Before you zip tie it, you want to make sure that it's looking perfect, just the way you want it, because it is a little bit harder to move once that tie is on there. So then once that's good, you just tighten it up. And boom, now it is secure. You can move it around, it's not going anywhere. I'm making these months before my event, so I need these to hold up over time, and sometimes floral tape can dry out, loosen a little bit, so I really don't want that to happen. So to prevent that, this zip tie is lovely because now these flowers are not going anywhere. I can store these, you know, in a box somewhere, and then they will be good to go for my event. So that's the back and the front. And I think that this is looking pretty. So once you've done that and it's tightened, then you're going to cut off the tie tail. Just get rid of that. And then it is time to make this look pretty at the bottom. And I really want that like wild look at the bottom. So I'm kind of pulling these out like so. And then this has a leaf, so I'm pulling that off. And then this one has some plastic. Okay, I actually don't mind the look of that. Sometimes you will have like super ugly stems under here. In that case, what you're going to do is go up as close to the zip tie as you can get without it falling out. So in this case, if I were to cut this one, I would go about there. You cut your wire off and it doesn't matter because you're covering that with some kind of ribbon. But I don't need to do that in this case because I think it looks fine the way that it is. So now what I'm going to do is take my floral tape, stretch it a little bit so that it gets, well, not that much, just a little bit so that it gets sticky, and then apply that over the top of your zip tie. And then once it's wrapped good enough, then just tear off your tape, stretch it a little bit, and then it should stick to itself. So there we have it. I think that looks really beautiful. And this ribbon is just from Walmart. And there are several different ways that you can wrap your ribbon around. You can tie it in a bow. You can hot glue the edge down on itself to create kind of like a little hem. And then, so you would hot glue it after you fold it. Then just tie it around once or twice till everything's covered and glue that. Or you can do what I am doing, and I am kind of messily tying it around because like I said, I'm going for that very boho, messy, picked from the garden look. I don't want it to be perfect, so I'm just kind of randomly tying it around a couple of times. Literally no rhyme or reason, so I'm not even gonna show you up close what I'm doing. And then I'm just knotting it on the back. Super easy. And also, my bridesmaids' hands are gonna be covering this, and so I don't really care if it's, you know, perfect. And then I'm just cutting those edges on a diagonal. And then, to prevent fraying, just take a lighter and very carefully singe the edge. Don't breathe in the smoke that it creates. Don't set your bouquet on fire, and don't burn yourself. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, but I don't want to get sued, so be careful. But yeah, this is what I've done. As you can see, there's just a knot. It's very messily tied because I like that look. You can also tie your bouquet all the way around and keep it smooth. I know some people prefer that look. They prefer the rounded, perfect bouquet with like it perfectly around, but I am a messy person and I want that boho picked from the garden messy look, and so this is my end result and I am very happy with it. What do you think? Do you like what I have come up with? I absolutely love it. It looks just like my other bouquets, just a little bit different. I think it turned out so cute, so beautiful. To me, it looks pretty realistic. It would look even better if I had bought the Real Touch flowers, and so if you have the budget to do that, 100% recommend going for that. But yeah, I really love the way that it looks, especially because I am on a tight budget and I am not a florist. I don't know what I'm doing technically. I mean, I do know what I'm doing, but I'm not professional. So I think it turned out really pretty. Let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer the crazy look or the more perfect rounded look? Would you prefer these to be bigger? Are they too big for your taste? Let me know your opinions down below. I really hope that this video helped you out, and if you create a bouquet for your event, then I really want to see what they look like. So be sure to tag me on Instagram or DM them to me pictures, because I'm really curious to see what you guys create. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to turn that bell notification on, or else you won't be notified whenever I post awesome videos like this. And since I am getting married, I have an array of really fun wedding DIYs coming towards you, and I also have several cleaning, organizing type videos coming your way soon. And on top of that too, I am also a vintage boutique owner and have lots of content pertaining to my antique mall booth and all of that jazz that I will be posting soon as well. So I have tons of content coming your way and you do not want to miss any of it. So be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!